Hey guys, what's up? Packside Gaming here. As you can see, we're playing Dark Souls, and this game is amazing. I played the first two, Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2. I never really got into Demon Souls, but that's neither here nor there. This game is exactly like it was before, except the graphics are a little bit better, possibly. I love this game, absolutely love it. Arguably one of the most difficult games ever made. And you're pretty much reminded of that almost immediately if you've ever played this before. If you haven't, spoiler alert, this game is extremely difficult. One of the things that I forgot instantly was that if you ever rest at a bonfire, the enemies respawn. And that's kind of always fun, to come around the corner and get attacked by some dude that you didn't expect to be there because you thought you already killed him. So... but I digress. We're dealing with an achievement here today. Actually, a couple of achievements. We're gonna work on killing the first boss in the game, who, don't judge me too harshly on this, I might butcher the name, Iudex Gundyr. But honestly, I'm just gonna show you how I handled the whole situation. I'm gonna take you into the intro of the boss, and obviously... it's no surprise I died. I died the first time, I died the second time, I died the third time. It took a couple of tries for me. And eventually it paid off because you get a couple of achievements out of this. But part of the reason why I chose Pyromancer as well, and I didn't really mention that, but out of all the characters in the game, I chose Pyromancer because you're immediately given this fireball attack. And it serves you extremely well in any situation where you have to be at a distance with a particular boss. In most situations, you want to be at a distance with the bosses. So this boss battle is no exception. I was dodging a lot and just making sure that I wasn't getting too close. And you'll see why here in a second once I go through here. But immediately I was just completely nervous and anxious about going to the center of this arena here. Amazing graphics in this game as well, again, but I knew once I got about this close, if he wasn't already attacking me, that I needed to actually initialize this situation. Oftentimes you just go up and you have to press a button, or if you get close enough, he'll start swinging at you. Again, this is no exception. You have to just go up and remove this sword here from his chest, and you see that stuff on his back, and you can kind of almost assume, especially with the intro of the entire game, you can almost assume that this is going to be a continuous plot theme, that this black goop is kind of overtaking things. That's just my opinion. That's what I've gathered so far from this, is that this goop stuff is taking hold and kind of just manipulating all of these situations, and you have to figure out, you know, what's going on here. The lore of Dark Souls has always been very vague and I guess obtuse, if you will. But I just wanted to show you the initial greeting here with this boss. I don't actually beat this guy here. But as you can see, a lot of dodging taking place, and once you get about halfway down his health, this ridiculous snake-headed dragon-looking thing pops out, and that hand is the problem. Whenever he jumps at you and attacks you, it's always the second attack is going to be this huge hand swing. And if you're not far enough away when he first jumps at you, you're going to get hit with that secondary hand attack. Again, that's why I chose Pyromancer. I wanted to stay the distance, and the fire does exceptionally well, even at its, you know, infancy level of the actual attacks. I'm sure, hopefully, if it's anything like the second one, first and second one, you can upgrade this feature as well, so you can get, you know, more damaging fire attacks. But I died, obviously. I got trapped in the corner, and I died. I wasn't doing very well. I think I got a little over-ambitious, because the first guys are always extremely easy, and you're just like, oh, I can do this. And that's the thing about Dark Souls, is it tricks you into thinking that these especially the boss battles, are going to be anything but the most difficult thing you have to deal with ever in the game. So, you know, while the little... He hits me through this thing here. Oh my god. while the little minions are, you know, okay to mess with, you don't want to get hit at all by any of these bosses. And so this is where I actually beat this guy. As you can tell, he's swinging a lot. He's got a fair range, but it's not huge. And for both while he's a knight and then when he turns into that snake thing, the downfall of this character is going to be, or this boss rather, is going to be the fact that he jumps and sticks a lot, you know, and that's what you want to wait for. You want to wait for him to jump. You don't want to get overzealous and, you know, try to start swinging away or anything, get too close to him, and you're definitely going to want to dodge. Take either full advantage of the dodge feature in the game or the blocking feature in the game. Me personally, I like to have a weapon in one hand, whether it be an axe or a sword or something, whatever, the most powerful one-handed weapon that I can have, and then a pyromancy flame in the other hand, and that's just how I play. I might try to utilize shields a little bit later on in the game, but I've never really been one for parrying very much, and the dodging, or I'm sorry, excuse me, the blocking will still take away from your stamina the same that a dodge will. So it kind of almost doesn't matter one way or the other. It's just whatever you prefer. The other thing I did want to mention real quick here towards the end is the fact that even though you see his health going down, don't get too cocky and think that, oh, he's almost dead, so I can just, you know, start hacking away or whatever. Make sure you still continuously remind yourself that if he touches you just a couple of times, you're going to die. And I think that's what happened to me the second or third time I played this guy, because it did, again, take me a couple of tries. I had one more hit on him, and I just rushed in, and he swiped at me, and I was dead. So, but anyways, there's the achievement, defeat Iudex Gundyr, and then another achievement pops for become a host of Embers for the first time. And this comes into play a little bit later on in the game. Right after this, you actually go and talk to a firekeeper, and you end up in the shrine area. So I was debating whether or not I wanted to do an entire playthrough, an entire walkthrough of this game, and I might post something a little bit later on. There are, it looks like, 3 different endings of the game, so I might have to play it through a couple of times. But in general, I'm not a huge fan of the walkthroughs unless you kind of get stuck and can't figure out where to go. I think in general, Dark Souls is a really good game to just explore and just figure out things on your own. If you're looking for hidden tips and secrets and things like that, I'll post those as I find them along the way. But in general, I might wait just a little bit before I post any sort of walkthrough. Honestly, I don't want my videos to be too awful long, and as I start to ramble here, I kind of negate myself. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you had any issues with this boss, or if I'm the only one who can't really handle this game very well. Comment below if you'd like. Let me know what you guys would like to see from Dark Souls, because I'll be playing this for quite some time. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe and everything like that. See you guys next time.